This presentation is for you if you are the main revenue generator and you don't see how to change that, or you feel the pressure of shouldering all the responsibilities for growing your practice, or you can't figure out how to grow your practice without dramatically increasing your overhead. So times are changing so quickly, and they're going to continue to change at a rapid rate due to the economy, the internet, and advanced technology. Prepare now so you're able to adapt to weather the good times and the bad times, since nothing stays the same, so knowledge is power, and acting on the knowledge is everything. By the way, the greatest predictor of a practice's ability to scale is the surgeon's willingness to change. So here's what you'll discover during this presentation: what it takes to scale your practice, the challenges coming at you and how to pivot, how to thrive and survive no matter what's going on in the world. Because the objective is to set up your cosmetic surgical practice as a business so it's more profitable, more enjoyable to go to every day, and it frees up your valuable time so you have more of it to spend doing what you like to do with the people you most enjoy being with. Because the ultimate goal is to scale your practice to include a system that attracts a steady stream of cash-paying patients without spending a fortune on advertising, chasing down leads, hiring more staff, discounting services, or performing on social media. In other words, a faster, cheaper, easier way to more cosmetic patients and profits. I want to thank you for your time today. So I created this free booster kit that includes a 9-point practice assessment, a comprehensive patient attraction blueprint, as well as a strategy call with me. Now, I'll give you that web address where you can download it at the end of this presentation. Now, just in case you're not familiar with my work, I'm Maley, author, speaker, blogger, staff trainer, and I have a podcast called Beauty in the Biz. I've been interviewed by ABC News, Newsweek, and the New York Times, and since year 2000, my entire focus is on cosmetic practice growth. Now, I am going to give you an opportunity to partner with me, so watch for a very special offer on this presentation that is exclusive for webinar attendees that you will not see anywhere else, so stay tuned. So let's dive in. To achieve scalable impact, here's what you need: leverage, which means using your assets that you already have to generate more revenues with less effort and overhead; bankable profits, not just revenues, but profits you actually take out of the practice; as well as transferable value. That means you have separated you from the practice, so you have the freedom to sell to someone else when it's time to exit. But there are challenges ahead. Did you hear what happened? Privacy issues are killing your plans for attracting new patients to your practice. So much is happening behind the scenes with Apple, Google, and Facebook trying to dominate consumer data capture. So they're no longer sharing data with advertisers like before. But to be fair, they have also been sued billions of dollars by the government for sharing data. So the new game is who can collect and hide the most data from the others. Actually, Apple is positioning themselves to get into advertising since they're putting a moat around their data by not letting their competitors collect data, even though Apple doesn't give their own customers the option to opt out of Apple collecting their data. This is going to make it very difficult for you to attract new preferred patients when you can no longer target specifically to certain audiences. And that means ad results will become incomplete and inaccurate because you now have only 10% of the data that used to be 100% available. So that's going to force you to increase your advertising budget substantially, as in 30 to 80%, and then hope the broader, less targeted audience is interested in cosmetic rejuvenation. It's very similar to old school mass advertising like TV. You spent a fortune talking to everybody rather than a targeted audience most likely to want your services. So not only do your ad costs increase dramatically, so does the quality or the poor quality of the leads. Since your ads are no longer targeted to your preferred patients, you get a mixed bag of the public contacting you. Now your staff wastes tons of time triaging these leads to determine who's really serious and who's flaky. So you need well-trained staff and processes to qualify leads. By the way, if you aren't already, I recommend you charge a consult fee so at least your time is better protected from wasted consults who have no intentions of moving forward. Now, regardless of their motives, these few internet companies affect you big time if you are using paid advertising to attract new cosmetic patients. It's complicated and technical, so I'll leave that to your internet company to explain, but suffice it to say, it's going to get even more expensive to advertise for a new cosmetic patient with less than stellar results. This major increase in advertising costs has now made SEO popular again. However, the supply is much greater than the demand, so it's getting near impossible to rank on the first page. On top of that, Google's turning into an answer engine in which they're answering consumer questions without anybody having to go to a website. So you need really good, fresh content that entices consumers to click and stay on your website. That is no easy feat, since it takes time, money, and energy to create that incredible content. Now, another huge challenge you want to plan for is your social media strategy. You most likely are paying someone to do this for you, or you're spending a lot of time of your own time posting to add more followers. But please keep in mind, you're only renting these followers. Facebook owns Instagram, and in essence, they're the landlord. That means they can raise the rent and or kick you out at any time. So you lose your data you've been collecting for years. Now, I'm sure you're aware that social media and plastic surgery don't get along. You're showing graphic material that can be offensive or hurt the self-esteem of the public, so they can close down your account with no notice. They also decide who sees your organic content. Facebook and Instagram continually strangle your list to force you to pay to play by buying advertising. Now, the latest stats show only 5.2% of your followers actually see your organic content. So you have this false sense of security thinking you're marketing your practice when in fact it's drying up right before your eyes. Now, to counter this, I recommend you own your own data. You can no longer trust that audiences you have built on social media platforms will be available to you in the future. The first-party data is the future, and the money is in the patient list data. It's become your best targeted list because they already raised their hand indicating they're interested in your services. So use landing pages to capture your followers' name, email, and cell so you can stay in touch no matter what happens. I'm imploring you to use the data and resources you already have built up over the years being in practice, since it's no longer easy to come by. Now, another big challenge is technical advancements are coming at patients fast and furiously. Just Google non-surgical and look what pops up. What that means to you is plenty of patients still need your surgical expertise. However, way more will opt for non-surgical procedures first to delay surgery. So meet them where they are now so you don't lose them to non-surgeons and med spas. So develop that relationship early so they come for non-surgical and then stay for surgical. How can you scale your practice? Well, you attract more patients from proven sources, you have them return more often and spend more, and then encourage their referrals, their reviews, and sharing on social so you don't spend on advertising for new patients. Now, this will take a mindset shift. The short-term, one-and-done mentality no longer is going to work. Instead, look at each patient as an unpaid practice revenue generator who brings you new patients for free. Once you embrace this patients for life mindset, you'll treat your patients differently, and they'll react in kind by building your practice for you organically. So here's what I'm proposing. Enjoy the surgical side of your practice while also building up your non-surgical as a healthy standalone profit center, and here's why. Patients enter different doors to cosmetic rejuvenation. So you want to meet them where they are. Some will go straight to surgery and then stay for more, while others will dabble in non-surgical, some for years, before they're ready for your surgical option. And the beauty of our industry is that cosmetic consumers have endless needs. The non-surgical industry has grown to over $3 billion and growing thanks to social trends, social media, and advanced technologies that continue to fuel the demand. And let's face it, we females are hard on ourselves. We stare in the mirror and we critique ourselves, and then we finally have had enough and we do something about it. And then what do? We find the next thing that bothers us about us, and we focus on that, and it never ends. And that's what keeps all of us in business. I also looked up the most recent Aesthetic Society stats, and non-surgery is now 1/3 of all aesthetic procedures performed and growing. Now, here's another interesting stat. Loyal non-surgical patients spend 67% more than new patients. And that just makes sense because if they know, like, and trust you, they're open to your recommendations and will gladly buy your packages when offered. Now, here's the best part. A 5% increase in non-surgical patient retention increases your profits 25 to 95% because recurrent non-surgical patients tend to buy more, return more often, and refer their friends. This increases their lifetime value and decreases your advertising budget, and that makes for a great P&L statement. So it's the retention of your patients that scales your practice using resources you already have and paid dearly for. Now, you likely have a database of hundreds or thousands of patients. Can you imagine what would happen to your bottom line if a majority of them returned for more and referred their friends? I know for a fact many of them would gladly return and refer if given the opportunity. Heck, even Google agrees. One day, I was so frustrated with all the changes going on in digital advertising and tripling your costs to get mediocre results. I Googled, how can I get more cosmetic patients? And look at Google's answer. Now, I have a solution that addresses most of these, so stay tuned. By the way, here's the greatest missed opportunity: word of mouth referrals. Duct tape marketing says 83% of business owners claim their main source of new business is referrals. But here's the crazy part: 93% of customers say they would refer their friends to you, but only 29% actually do it. Work on the difference. That's where the money is, not in TikTok videos. You don't even ask them. This isn't just going to be a happy accident. You have to champion clients. You have to ask, make it easy, and remind them. So to pull this all together, here is the structure to follow to scale your practice in this order. First, increase referrals and reviews, retain more patients, add more value to differentiate yourself, ongoing staff training, increase your conversion rate, increase your transaction value, increase the frequency of visits, then increase your leads and your website traffic. But most surgeons have this backwards. They focus only on the bottom rung, which is to increase leads. They skip the leverage parts, so they and their staff work a lot harder than necessary for less results. Now, the goal is to create a system to scale your practice by 10 timesing the value of your non-surgical patients. So if they are typically worth $1,000 to you, they are soon worth $10,000 to you, because you have a proven system to compel them to return more often, refer more to their friends, give you reviews, and share you on social media with their followers. So now you have peace of mind knowing you have a steady stream of patients coming in month after month to give you predictable revenues. This scalable system needs to be a creative solution that eliminates discounting, advertising, and hiring more staff. Now, this is going to ensure you operate more profitably so you keep more of the revenues you bring in. And this system needs to be on autopilot so you and your staff can focus on the patient experience. And this system needs to be unique to anything else out there because it changes the conversation. Now, here's what I mean by that. Most practices don't realize how insanely difficult it is to get a complete stranger to buy something from them. So they fall back on price, as in discounting their services. Now that message attracts price shoppers, but then you're frustrated that you're being nickeled and dimed to death. Now all of this discounting hurts your profits and your image, and it's a race to the bottom because you can't compete if you're barely covering your overhead. It's also not a fun way to run your practice. So with the creative system I'm going to propose, you change the conversation from discounting to collecting kisses for free services. Now, this makes it more fun for your patients to collect kisses to win something. And the most effective word in advertising has been and always will be free. So we use it strategically. So now your patients have fun collecting kisses and you keep way more of your profits and revenues. That's how you scale a cosmetic practice you enjoy going to and are proud of. I want to introduce you to the Kiss Loyalty Club, where your patients get kisses towards free cosmetic services rather than discounts so you keep more profits. Now, its sole purpose is to grow your revenues by encouraging your patients to return, refer, review, approve their before and after photos, shoot a video testimonial, share you on social media, and complete a surgical procedure is optional. Now, here's how it works. Your patient gets a kiss for every $1 they spend. They then collect kisses to get to 3 different tiers of free services, and those are Botox, filler, and lasers. They can also shortcut it and get extra kisses when they help you build your practice organically by referring a friend, writing a review, approving their photos, shooting a patient testimonial, and or completing surgery. And the Kiss Club gives your patients something to talk about while promoting you at the same time. Now, here's a Kiss Club patient using one of our Kiss props we provide that's a lips sucker. And she's talking about how great the practice is and how much she loves collecting kisses. Now, she put that out on her own Instagram and Facebook social media platforms, and now her friends and followers are encouraged to get to know you too. Patients love the Kiss Club because it's different and they love the game of collecting kisses for free cosmetic services. Now, this revenues calculator gives you a realistic scenario of how the Kiss Club increases your revenues using your current resources as it builds on itself. So let's say you have a surgical and non-surgical patient list of 2,000, and the average value of a non-surgical patient is 500. Now let's say 20% of your list will participate in the Kiss Club, and they'll double their value by returning. That means 20% of 2,000 equals 400 patients, and their value doubles from 500 to 1,000, so that's $400,000. But you have 10% of patients who will gladly become your raving fans because they love collecting kisses by returning, referring, reviewing, leaving you reviews, and all of that. And now they're going to share you on your social media platforms to attract new cosmetic patients. So 10% of 2,000 is 200, and we're going to 10x their value from 500 to 5,000. So that's another million. Now you have a true profit center worth 1.4 million that's healthy, predictable, and it runs without you because we are doing the marketing and the managing of it for you. But it's not just the increase in revenues. It's what Google said. You need more reviews, social media, and referrals, so the Kiss Club encourages that behavior. Now here's a typical case study of monthly results. This practice had 25 new patient signups, 35 patients in the 3,000 tier, 2 in the 5,000, 12 referrals, 7 reviews, 8 photos, 5 social media, for a total revenues of $195,000 for the month. And here's another one at 59 new patient signups, 32 patients had spent $3,000, 1 spent $5, 1 referral, 7 reviews, 8 video testimonials, 12 social shares, for a total of $180,000. Now you may be thinking to yourself, but I aren't giving away too many freebies? And the answer is not at all. Your hard costs are more than covered when you calculate how much revenue was collected from your patients to get those freebies, as it's shown in the chart. Now you might also be thinking, but we already use a vendor loyalty program. But please remember, it's not easy and it's not exclusive. The vendor loyalty clubs are run by these big pharma companies. They have a ton of rules that confuse both the staff and the patients. And they're not exclusive. Your patients can get points from you and all your competitors, so that's not differentiating you. The Kiss Club is exclusive to your practice, so your patients can only collect kisses from you. That's how you build loyalty and increase your retention and differentiate yourself from your competitors. Now, this approach is different because it's drop dead easy for your staff to understand and your patients to get excited about. And we do the Kiss marketing for you, so your staff's time is freed up to focus on giving patients a great experience. It's also different because my team and I take responsibility for your success and have an obligation to your outcome. I actually interviewed a Kiss client on my Beauty in the Biz podcast. It's a plastic surgery practice in a very competitive area, and here's what she said about the Kiss Club. Here are a couple clips. There is lots of competition, so you have to differentiate. This was not a break the bank investment, and it made sense. Onboarding was seamless and smooth. It changed the conversation from discounting to adding value. And I still use brilliant distinctions, and they work well together, but they can only get kisses from us, so that's helping retention and loyalty. And here's what another plastic surgery practice said. I really like the increased loyalty of our patients due to the Kiss Rewards Club. They like the emails and social media and are talking it up, and that's increasing our new patient referrals. We also love the reviews. So here's what you get when you partner with me on the Kiss Club. The cloud-based platform sits in an open tab on your computer. The training is so simple, it takes 10 minutes, and here it is. When a patient is checking out, your staff enters their cell phone number, their account pops up, and now your staff enters the number of kisses they get that day. That's it. My team goes into stealth mode to set up your Kiss platform. That includes a quick start welcome kit, quick start laminated guide, monthly Kiss newsletters, as well as Kiss stickers, suckers, and coffee mug props to make it fun for you and your patients to spread the word. And there's no registration, no wasted time entering current patients, no resistance, no hassle. because we enter your current patient list into the platform for you and then welcome them with free membership into the Kiss Club along with 100 free kisses. It has a gaming element to it, so patients are excited to collect more kisses to get to the next tier. We then execute a co-branded multi-channel marketing plan to include monthly and mid-monthly themed emails, birthday emails, social media posts, texting, website banners, and landing pages so they join the Kiss Club and book a consult, as well as in-house signage. Now this way, we're communicating with your patients wherever they are. So in a nutshell, here's the formula. We market Kiss for you, you assign kisses at checkout, and we do the rest. Easy breezy. And we track all the results for you so you know exactly what the Kiss Club is doing to grow your practice for you. Now here's another case study. 55 new signups, 27 patients in the 3,000 tier club, 7 in the 5,000 tier club, 15 referrals, 2 reviews, 1 photo, 2 social shares for a total of 213,000. Pretty nice, huh? Now, you may be saying, but we already keep in touch with our current patients, and that's great, but what is the message? I'll bet it's your specials that are eating up all your profits. And as they say, if they come for price, they will leave for price. So it's time to change the message. And please consider this. It's gotten quite technical to market today. So to do it yourself, you would need an email coordinator, social media coordinator, graphic designer, Excel patient list manager, a phone tracking platform, a text platform, and you would have to manually track all these results. I looked up salaries on salary.com, and the social media coordinator and graphic designer alone would cost over $100,000 per year, plus benefits, plus vacation, plus 6 days, and you have to manage these people. I propose you partner with me for a fraction of those costs since we already have a proven process set up. Now we offer 2 service levels for the Kiss Club. Premier is $29.97 per month, and that includes lots of extra services such as signage and training and strategy calls, or there's a standard version for only $19.97 per month that is pared down without the extra services. So to make this special, really special, I blended together the services from the Premier level and I gave it to you at a reduced rate, and I included these extra services for free. So here's what you get. The entire KISS marketing plan executed for you. This includes the emails, social media posts, website banners, landing pages to join, in-house signage, and texting. Now we handle it because we have to stay on schedule and be consistent to get you great results. However, leads are just one part of it. I want to ensure your success and close up the gaps costing you a fortune, and that starts with your phones. As a matter of fact, the Allergan talk that I listened to, he said only 18 out of 100 phone calls actually convert. So all staff needs training. So they'll have access to my phone club with 18 training videos that cover topics such as bonding with the caller, answering the question, how much is it, and asking for the appointment. Now that's a value of $29.91 for each front desk member you have. Plus, I'm also going to train your coordinator to convert 15 to 50% more consults once they know the scripts and strategies to use. This includes 23 videos covering every step in the consultation process that gets the patient to a yes instead of the dreaded, I got to think about it. We're going to cover topics about mindset, bonding with the patient, qualifying, positioning you as the best choice, presenting the quote, converting, negotiating, handling objections, and following up. I guarantee there are strategies there for newbies as well as experienced coordinators. Now that's also a value of $29.91 per coordinator. Plus, you get a training called Easy Ways to Cross-Promote Cosmetic Services Without Being Pushy, because the fastest way to grow your revenues is to encourage your current patients who know, like, and trust you to spend more on different services and visit more often. So this cross-promoting training includes strategies along with copy and designs you can swipe and deploy and use right away. The value of this training is $397. Plus, you also get my 81-page guide called Plastic Surgery Marketing, What's Working Now, and it's full of patient attraction strategies that are working today. Now, this is a must-read if you're trying to keep up with the times to attract new cosmetic patients. The value of this guide is $397. Plus, you get extra KISS in-house and social media props to help you spread the word online. Social media needs lots of content, so these props give you something fun to post about that your current patients and new prospective patients can get excited about. The value of these props is $350. Plus, I'm including the VIP Text Club and 500 texts per month using our texting platform. So we'll create the copy and send it out and manage responses for you, since there are certain rules you have to follow, so this will keep you out of trouble. That value is $3,000. And lastly, because so much work goes into setting up the back end of the KISS Club, the setup fee is normally $24.97. However, on this webinar, for your eyes only, you get started for only $9.97, so you save $1,500, and you're not charged again until your first marketing message goes out, so you're never out of pocket because you see results before your credit card payment is due. Now, I'm offering all of this to you to make this a no-brainer way for you to say yes and partner with me to grow your practice easier and faster. Because you are watching this presentation, you get this entire done-for-you system for a reduced fee from $29.97 down to only $19.97 per month, plus all the extra services and bonuses I just laid out. Simply go to kissloyalty.com to get started. So to recap, the reduced fees save you $12,000, you save $1,500 on the setup, the VIP texting is $3,000, the phone club is $29.91, the converting club is $29.91, the marketing guide is $397, cross-promoting is $397, the social media props has a value of $350, so the total value of these extras equals $23,636. Just go now to kissloyalty.com to take advantage of this, because you will not see this anywhere else. And to truly make this a no-risk offer that you can't refuse, I'm backing it with my peace of mind guarantee, which states if for some odd reason the KISS Club doesn't become your easiest, cheapest patient attraction, conversion, and retention secret weapon, you're under no obligation to continue it, and you can cancel at any time. Just go to kissloyalty.com now. And now you have a choice to make. You can decide to do nothing at all and continue to get the same results you're getting now, or worse, or you can do it yourself and waste a ton of time and money figuring out how to attract new patients, or you can partner with me to execute the KISS Club for you and let me grow this side of your practice. Please go to kissloyalty.com to get started. And as promised at the beginning of this presentation, you can pick up your free booster kit at katherinemaley.com/booster-kit. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to working with you.